baby. This is how it goes.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Katrice. So Dr.
Oh,
Katrice, as we've already mentioned, is a dentist. And in case you have not scrolled your Instagram, your TikTok, Facebook, even, there is a huge craze in our community with everyone getting perfect teeth. And when I say perfect teeth, everyone no longer is at braces. Now it's all about veneers. And Dr. Catrice named her company VIP Smiles for a reason. So tell us about
that's
this crazy craze.
Dr. Renee, girl, it is crazy in these dental streets. I mean, what's happening right now is, first of all, veneers are wonderful. I have them, but they can be expensive. And if you guys don't know what they are, it's literally a thin shell of porcelain. Let me see if you can see that. A thin shell of porcelain that goes right over the front surface of your teeth, to mask any discolorations, to make your teeth look straighter without braces, to give you permanently whiter teeth. So I famously did them on Cardi B, and she did the whole got a bag and fix my teeth. And now I
Wait,
think
pause.
everybody is.
I got some for our viewers. She actually was a Jeopardy question, a Jeopardy clue. So for those that are
Isn't that
listening,
crazy?
that's insane. Okay. So those that are listening,
Insane.
celebrity dentist Dr. Katrice Austin was in demand after working on the smile of this woman who rapped, "Got a bag and fixed my teeth." So, for you all that didn't see it and can't see because you're not watching us on YouTube or anything, this was the clue. And obviously, the answer is, well, who is Cardi B? Because Bodak
Ding, ding,
Yellow, in
ding.
case you've never heard the song, that's where she mentions her. And Cardi is her client. That's why she was mentioned. So, go ahead.
And so once that song went number one, the world became aware of Veneers, and they certainly saw her smile transformation because she was everywhere and on covers of magazines. So now everybody wants that look. That straight white smile without braces. They want it quick. They don't want to wear braces for a year. And so now, because veneers can run on average, depending on what city and state you're in, they can run anywhere between 1,000 to, shoot, in New York City, it's 4,000 up to $4,000 per tooth. So because the people know that it's so expensive, we have now these people who are calling themselves veneer techs. The veneer techs are people who learn on their own. They probably go to YouTube University, and they have learned how to do at least composite veneers. Now, composite veneers are made out of a plastic doughy material. You place it on the teeth, you hand sculpt it, and then you harden it with that blue light that we use to whiten your teeth. And you can walk away with a straighter, whiter smile made out of this resin material in one day. Now, before, veneer techs used to just do composite veneers, but now they're also doing what I do, which is porcelain veneers, which I showed you. And that's ordered through a lab, and they last a lot longer. They don't stain as easily as the composite veneers. So all these new veneer techs are popping up all over in Atlanta, Biloxi, Mississippi, even in our state, Michigan. They're all over the place. And what's happening is they are doing a lot of harm to people who are just wanting a nice smile, but at a discount rate without having to fly overseas. And it's just a hot mess, Dr. Renee, a hot mess.
So, is veneer tech a real position or this is a made up thing? Like,
it is a made up thing. It is like to do veneers. Veneers, just to be clear, is a dental procedure. Now, and you have to go to dental school for actually 4 years undergrad, 4 years of dental school. So we learn all about the mouth, how the function of the mouth comes together, the muscles, the jaw. Like it's a whole thing that comes together for function and aesthetics, and they don't learn that because they haven't gone to dental school. And so it takes years of training. And even in dental school, Dr. Renee, they're not teaching people to do veneers really. because people who usually go to dental school, they want, it's usually basic things. So it's very rare that someone graduates dental school and they come out knowing how to do veneers. So not even a whole bunch of dentists are doing veneers. It's truly a specialty. You have to be a dentist. Your continuing education courses on veneers, which I do every single year. I've been doing veneers since 1998, guys. And I still take veneer courses because the materials change, the procedures and how we do it changes. So these people are out here just making stuff up, and they're ruining people's smiles and playing with people's health.
Yeah, and so can you please explain to people? And I mean, I'm not sure why you would go to somebody discount for things, anything having to do with your body. Let's start with that. Now, but in your mouth, can you explain to people the importance of oral health and why you don't want just anybody in your mouth?
Yeah, that's the key. This is all about health, oral health, and your oral health is connected to your total health. And so when you are, first of all, before you even qualify for veneers, this is one of the mistakes that the veneer techs are making. We have to do a thorough examination. We are checking for cavities. We're checking for gum disease. We are checking for the position of your teeth. We are checking your health history to make sure that this whole procedure is safe. We're checking how your bite comes together. And so we want to make sure, number one, that your gums are healthy. And that means they're not red, they're not swollen, they're not bleeding. That's the telltale sign. And there's no visible tartar on your teeth and hidden below your gums. And the only way we could tell if anything's hidden between your teeth and below the gums is we have to take x-rays. So number one, they're not dentists, so they're not even taking x-rays, Dr. Renee. So we don't know if they're putting veneers on teeth that have cavities, teeth that are loose, that have very little bone that's going to fall out anyway. So that's mistake number one. And that's the difference in coming to a licensed professional. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to take the x-rays once a year to make sure everything is okay. But definitely before we get started, we're going to check for those cavities and fix any health issues before we get started. And if your teeth are not in the right position, you may not even be a candidate for composite or porcelain veneers. We may say, hey, this is not a cosmetic job. You need to see an orthodontist and we'll make the proper referral. So just those very, very basic things makes the difference between success and failure. And I can tell you, I put out a PSA video about a month and a half ago, and I've been getting so many calls from people who have gone to these veneer techs. I just finished one girl who went to 3 veneer techs. She paid $8,000 the first time, $7,000 the second time, and the third time she paid $5,000. And it's still, the third time was the doozy because that person put the veneers too far underneath the gums. They didn't know what they were doing. And her gums, Dr. Renee, were so swollen, so red, and pus was oozing from underneath her gums. It was heartbreaking. We had to get her on antibiotics. I had to remove all the veneers. I had to put temporary veneers on and just let her gums heal before we could continue on, because it was so horrible. And just her lifestyle, the veneers had popped out like a week later after she got them each time. And the veneer tech each time told her, you got to pay me $150 to redo it. So it's really heartbreaking. And she let me videotape that one, so I cannot wait till you guys see that whole experience. She wants the world to know that this is not a good idea. And the thing is, she knew about me since 2012. Her friends had came to me, but it's the price. I mean, when you hear $5,000 for your whole mouth, and you can have your smile in a day or in a week or 2 weeks, I mean, that's enticing. And I understand we all want to look good and we want fast results, but this is your health. This is your function. This is your lifestyle. This is your livelihood. This is so important.
You guys, she had pus coming out of her mouth. You do realize that pus in her mouth could have easily caused some infection in her heart. just because the mouth is connected to the throat, connected down to the esophagus.
All your vital organs are at risk. So if you don't have if your health history is not up to par, you have uncontrolled diabetes. I'm sure they're not asking about health history. You have any immunocompromised condition, you are really putting your life in jeopardy over some fake veneers from a fake veneer tech.
That is crazy. Now, I'm sure you saw it. I think it was maybe it was late fall. Some NFL player died because he had a toothache.
Yes.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Teeth are very important, and the oral health is very important. The man was a football player, so I'm thinking he was the picture of health.
You would think. I think they have to get exams before the season.
Right.
But if you know what? I don't know if those exams include dental exams. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Someone may be inclined to go to the doctor and take care of their physical health. But the smile is always, you see how I'm waving this toothbrush? The smile is always neglected. So I have, Dr. Renee, if anybody is concerned about their oral health, I have a 4-step smile workout, and you have to do this every single day so those bacteria levels are not prominent, and you will stay alive and you'll have a healthy mouth so you can get those veneers. I love the electric toothbrushes. You got to brush for 2 whole minutes, and it's so easy because they have timers. This is the VIP Smiles toothbrush. They have timers, and every 30 seconds it tells you when to move to the next second. So 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and you let the brush do the work. Make sure you get the front, the biting surface, and the back sides of your teeth. You do that twice a day at least. If you can do 3 times a day, but morning and before you go to bed, that's step number 1. And these are so powerful, way better than the manual toothbrush. If you're not using an electric toothbrush, I'm telling you, this is like a car wash for your smile. It's so good. The other part that people really blow it is flossing. That's step 2 in the work. Yes, Dr. Renee, the people are out there, they're brushing real good, but sometimes they're just not flossing. So I love the flossers. It's so easy to manipulate. You no longer have to wrap it around your fingers. You have your flosser. One end is like a little toothpick, so you can go in and or use this end as your floss, and you just want to go up and down in a vertical motion. The name of the game is just you're cleaning the sides of the teeth, and that space between the teeth, you got to get that stuff out. And if you're not flossing, you're basically leaving bacteria down below the gums. And if you ever wonder why you might have an odor, that might be why, or why your teeth are getting loose, that may be why. But if you are not a fan of flossing and you need something that's going to kind of get the job done and you don't have to worry about string, Dr. Renee, do you use water flossers?
I haven't. I don't use it. It's off. I purposely got me a little travel one. So I was like, oh, this is great. I can put it in my suitcase. I never use it, but I floss.
I love it because it's literally like when I say car wash for your smile, this is literally a car wash. You see how it just squirts out water? Well, if you do that, keep your mouth closed and you just like glide it in between your teeth, all that hidden lettuce, all the stuff you miss sometimes with flossing and brushing, it's going to get it out. So these are my 2 go-tos. You got to get yourself an electric toothbrush and a water flosser, and baby, you're going to be clean. The third thing in the workout is you got to use mouthwash. Alcohol-free mouthwash. Alcohol dries out the tissue and it allows the plaque to stick and stay in your mouth a lot easier. And if you can get an antiseptic mouthwash and rinse for 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and take one to the head and gargle back there and then spit it out, you're going to have a full mouth clean. Because when you're just brushing your teeth and flossing, you're not getting the lips and the cheek areas and all those hidden areas. And finally, the area that you also miss that contributes to bad breath is the tongue. Brushing is cool, but the tongue scraper is so much better. Stick your tongue out, go as far back as you can and pull forward. And more times often than not, you're going to find a brown or white or yellow film of plaque coming off your tongue. And that, my friends, is the 4-step smile workout plan every single day.
Wow. But yes, I think that it's unfortunate that people, when people are trying to do the just exactly what they have to do with their money and stuff, they always tend to just let dental go by the wayside. But you can't do that. Oral health literally is the gateway to the rest of your body. So
it really is. It really is. And I feel like the smile, and I get it, because the smile is one of the first things that people will notice about you. And so I get people wanting to improve their smiles, but I urge you to see a licensed professional. There are also affordable ways that you could get your smile done. You could go to dental schools. You can go get a discount dental plan. I'm at the point where Dr. Renee, I'm going to start kind of like price matching some of these veneer techs. I'm going to put them, I got a way to make it affordable where if somebody's out there, they don't have a lot of money and they want a nice smile and they got a quote from a veneer tech or a foreign dentist, I want them to actually send me their quote, and I might have a way to match that price. How about that, veneer techs?
How about that? But yeah, and I mean, honestly, that is her being concerned about our health. You cannot go and do these things and then, not to mention, if you do get in trouble, the veneer tech can't save you. So now
first of all, they move
or the ER.
Right. They don't know nothing about dental emergencies. And my patient told me that she would call when there was a problem and they're booked out, or she booked the appointment, show up, they're no longer in that office, or they changed their phone number and she can't reach them anymore. So it's a hot mess, but I'm so happy. There was one person that was practicing in Vegas and Chicago. They got arrested and that made a national news. So hopefully we're going to start cracking down on these illegal wannabe fake dentists. If you want to practice dentistry, go to dental school, boo. Go to dental school.
Go to dental school. And I mean, the other thing is they may not necessarily look that good either. So you need to really make sure you
half the time it's a horrible job.
So a licensed professional, then you don't have to worry about getting it done over again. You get it done right the first time. Save your pennies. I'm a stickler on teeth myself, and I had gaps, and I was like, I don't like this. And so what did I do? I was like, well, I couldn't afford this one, but that I was like, so and I knew I wanted to keep my teeth. So I was like, I will do the aligners. So I did aligners and it worked wonderfully. But at the same time as I did aligners, I also stayed with my dentist appointments, and they walked through the whole process with me. They saw exactly what was going on, and they did my x-rays, made sure my teeth were okay. So my gap wasn't that bad, so it took less than a year. But then I have to wear my retainer every night. Now, did I leave my retainer in Michigan and come to Chicago the other day?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So my retainer is on its way, thanks to the post. And I'm such a stickler about wearing it every night. I'm like, oh my God. That's what I was like.
I know. And the thing is, when you have a gap, it doesn't take long for the teeth want to shift back. It's that part. So I wore traditional braces in high school, wore my retainer for about 6 years, and I got a little lazy, got busy, and stopped wearing it. Boop, gap open right back up. Then the clear aligners came out, wore those, closed the gap up again. Boop, forgot to wear them, got lazy. I'm just like y'all. Sometimes I ain't the best patient, y'all. So I finally 2 years ago went ahead and got the very same procedure that we're talking about. I got veneers on the top and bottom, And now I don't have to worry about my teeth shifting and all that good stuff. But I would recommend, I tell anybody, if you are not compliant, like I was not compliant with my retainer, just get a permanent retainer, a little wire that goes behind your teeth, and that kind of permanently locks them together. You can't floss with the traditional floss when they're locked together. However, you won't have to worry about your investment going down the drain.
Yeah, I know several people that have that, and they're like, Renee, don't you? I said, no, it's not a big deal. I just wear my retainer to bed. It's not a big deal to me. I have no problem. And because maybe it's because my parents didn't pay for it and I did it. I'm a stickler
Listen,
for taking care of them because I did it. So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And plus, I love my smile. I am in love with it. And it's funny
it's
when I look
beautiful.
at old videos. Thank you. When I look at old videos and stuff, I'm like, my goodness gracious, it just looks so different. And I was like, so I love it.
And your
so,
teeth are white. Do you whiten them? They're beautiful. Oh, you just
they just are like
oh, you just born that way.
They when I did the aligners, you're supposed to brush them every time you take them out. So I brushed my teeth more in that whatever 9 months, 8 months, whatever it was, than I ever had in my life. Because every time I ate, I take them out, and that
is literally, Dr. Renee, how I became a dentist.
Oh, really?
I had that the braces experience made me so in tune with my teeth. I was like, man, this is really important. I want to be a dentist.
I love it. And so my cousin, she's like, what's the name of the toothbrush you're using? And I'm like, why? And she's like, Renee, your teeth are so white. And I was like, I really think it's because of the amount of times I brush them a day. Because at the time I bought this toothbrush on Amazon. Now, mind you, it is the same toothbrush that I seen at the dentist. Well, I was like, oh, maybe I just picked the right one. But I was like, okay. So I sent her, this is the toothbrush I bought. So girl, she got one. Her husband got one. We want white teeth like Renee. I'm like, you all are so silly. But I will say now, because I fell off and I wasn't brushing it. I wasn't even doing twice a day. I just do once a day. So now I'm much better. I'm back to my twice a day. And I personally, you guys, use a VIP Smiles toothbrush. It is in my bathroom right now. Hey. That is what I use on my teeth. And she's right. It has a fabulous timer. It has all sorts of settings. I don't know what we did before the electric toothbrush. I have a travel toothbrush that's electric. I don't play. I have to have my
electric. The thing is, once you go electric, it's hard to go back because it's such a big difference. Like, this toothbrush spins at 40,000 brush strokes per minute. Your hand could never, ever. Yeah, it just can't go that fast. So there's it. Like, I just rub my tongue over my teeth because it feels so smooth after I use my electric toothbrush. Such a big difference. If you guys aren't using one, I'm telling you, get up on it.
Game changer. And
game changer.
And I've never, I did whitening, I bought those little white strips and because I swore I was paranoid. I was like, my teeth did it. But I just, as long as I brush them, I'm like, we're good. And I think I got fluoride the last time I went to the dentist. And I go to the dentist every 6 months. Like I said, I am a teeth person.
Oh.
Teeth mean a lot to me.
Oh, Coach Strong Day, Les.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, when I worked for someone, I was like, is there a dental plan? And there was not. And so, and at the time I didn't make enough money and I was like, oh God, I cannot afford a dental plan. So now that I've been working for myself, one of the first things I did was let me figure this out, got myself a dental plan. And apparently I picked the bomb dental insurance. The secretary at the office was like, Renee, it covers your x-rays and I had a filling, and she was like, you only have to pay this little piddly amount. Look how much that filling was. And I was like, that's what happens when you look for your own insurance. I was like,
okay.
And I only pay I want to say it's either $40 or $30 a month. One of them is my eye and one of them's dental, but I don't pay that much a month.
That's great.
But, and I go to two lovely sisters from, they went to Meharry, 2 Black women. They went to Meharry Dental School, and Millennium something is what it's called. I can't think of it. Chicago. but they're amazing. They take great care of my teeth, and I'm pleased as punch. But then listen, I watched some TikTok video about toothpaste. So now I'm like paranoid about what toothpaste I buy. So now I was like, well, I got to finish this too before we figure that out. But it was a dentist on there talking about.
That's the thing about being in the medical industry.
Yeah. I was like, he was saying that some toothpaste have something in them or something. I was like, oh, okay.
Hydroxyapatite, something. Yeah.
Exactly. And I was like, I don't know. Okay, maybe I need to look into this. So, but yeah, I don't do anything fancy. Like I said, I just brush them. And
well, it's fantastic. Goals you are.
Thank you. I try. So, but thank you so much. I think that this is great information. And you guys, where can we find you? Let me make sure I put it on the screen for those that are watching.
You let us know. Go to VIPsmiles.com, VIPsmiles.com. And if you want to get my resource guide on affordable dentistry in the United States, you can download that there. You can also get a free before and after picture if you want to see the possibilities of what your smile could look like if you got them wider or straighter. And I also do free smile evaluations. I do consultations. So on that page, you'll be able to see all of those offers and hopefully start to find a solution that will work best for you and your smile without making any mistakes like going to unlicensed dentists.
Please. And then, just tell people, if you can, a few of the celebrities that you're able to tell that you've worked with.
Oh, yes. My first celebrity patient was the late, great Isaac Hayes, music soul legend. I've worked with Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, DJ Khaled, A$AP Rocky, Eva Marcel, Maxim from Dancing with the Stars, the infamous Omarosa, so many people, Ice Spice, boxer Clarissa Shields, so many different people, Paula Abdul, and the list goes on. And I love working with the celebrities, but I also love helping the everyday hardworking person that wants to have a beautiful, healthy, and confident smile. So I get that a lot, like, oh, you see all these people, you could never see me. No, I want you. I'd rather work with you than the celebrities.
Yeah, so please, if you are in the New York area or the Flint area, check out Dr. Katrice. Please visit her website because she is able to help you to find the legitimate licensed dentist wherever you are in the United States. So these are people that she would recommend that you go to. So please make sure you go to her website and check that out. She will guide you. You heard her. She will give you a free consultation. So if you think that perhaps the dentist you're going to is giving you some highfalutin price or something, then she'll give you a free consultation. She could let you know maybe that isn't the right thing for you. So I trust her. So I'm hoping that you all would trust her. And I appreciate you for your time today, because when I tell you, I have never seen so many teeth in my feed, I was like, this is really becoming.
I know, you scroll and you just see teeth.
Yes, I was
sometimes you see the teeth before you see the post.
Right, exactly. And so I was like, and I'm like, I don't follow that many dentists. I was like, why am I seeing all these teeth? So this is clearly something that our community wants to discuss and needs to know more information about. So please, everyone, the moral of the story is, please beware of these veneer techs. They are not licensed dentists. And it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. The trouble that you could cause your life down the line. Not to mention your pocketbook down the line, because you are going to have to
get cheap now. But when you have to call me to redo it, you've wasted money. So we don't want that.
Right. So, and then also pay attention, because your dentist probably does have a care. What is it called? Care choice, or whatever, the care plan that you can get. And there's all credit.
We have financing.
There's financing. So there's all sorts of ways to afford, cosmetic dentistry, if that's what you're looking for. But really, a lot of us just need to get our regular dental health.
That's
we need to make sure we go twice a year, get our cleaning, get all, and make sure we floss in between our visits and She gave us a lovely 4-step plan. Let's follow the 4-step plan. Because honestly, when I was little, and I don't know about you, but when I was little, I just thought when you got older, you lost your teeth. Did you think that?
Right. And
Because
that
my
doesn't have
grandma
to be
didn't
the
have no
case.
teeth. My auntie that took care of me didn't have no teeth. Like, I knew all the people with dentures. So I just figured my mother wasn't old yet. That's why she had hers. So
That is, you can have your teeth for a lifetime if you do what you're supposed to do, like Dr. Renee says. So follow the 4 steps. I even have a challenge. If you go to vipsmiles.com/challenge, it's a 7-day healthy smile workout challenge. So check that out on the website as well.
yes, please, 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 because you really want to keep your teeth. You don't want to lose them. You want to keep them. So let's keep them in the best shape we possibly can. So thank you so much for talking to us today at Black Doctors Speak.
Thank you.